Beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm want to talk a little bit about body image and just some of the things that I've struggled with, just throughout my life, and just wanted to see if you guys had any comments on that. If you have dealt with some body image issues or body shaming issues, because I know a lot of that is going around like really bad here lately. So I'm sitting in the car again, waiting for everybody to start work. And on the drive over here, then I was thinking about this, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to make a video about it or not. But like I said, this is my form of therapy for me. So I was like, what the heck? I talk about it. Doesn't make a difference. It's not gonna make me feel better, or it's not gonna make me feel any worse. That's what I'm trying to say. It makes me feel better because I get to talk and get it off my chest. But it's not gonna make me feel worse if I talk about it. So, what I wanted to start off with was just how I deal with being, a bigger woman in these days. Like I said before, I started out my whole life. I haven't been as heavy as I am now. I started off actually pretty small because I was really active when I was younger, just like with dance and just working out and things like that. And just because I could eat anything, and it never caught up to me until I had my first baby. Then that's when I started to gain a lot of weight. But to be honest, then for most of my life, I've had pretty much, I've had some form or some type of body image issues. When I was smaller, I would look around and see people, and I'm just like, I didn't think I was that. I didn't think I was that pretty. Like, I had really low self esteem, and I don't think people really really knew that about me. Um, well, matter of fact, I know they didn't know that about me, because a lot of people would just be like, "You're so confident. You're so confident." Even nowadays, people tell me, "I love you. You're so confident. With yourself and with your body." And I'm just like, I don't know who the hell they talking about, because that's not me. I have body issues just like the next woman have body issues. I used to sit up and I used to cry about it. Or whatever. Or when I'm in the shower, I will look at myself and I will be like so unhappy, and I'm just like, if I could just take this part off, then I'll be happy. If I had money to get this sucked off or this cut off, then I'll be happy. If I was back to being skinny, then maybe I'll be a little happy. But then I sit and think about it, I'm like, you wasn't really all that happy when you were smaller. It was always something that I wanted to change. You know, when I was a lot smaller, I would be like, I don't think I'm that pretty. I didn't feel pretty sometimes. Like, I'll go back and forth just like any other woman, and some days I'm just like, yeah, I'm fly as hell. I'm the finest person on earth. When I was smaller. But there was a lot of times where I was like, I wished I could change this. Like my face isn't as pretty as this person, and it wasn't really just like being envious of a certain person, because there was no certain person that I wanted or that I dreamt of being like it wasn't a person I could say, you know what, I wished I was her. I never had that issue where I wished I was somebody else. It was just like, I wished my waist would be smaller, or I went through a whole stage where I was like, wish my butt could be smaller, just because you don't get all of the attention that, you do when you have a big ass. Just simple as that. Can't even say butt when you have a big ass. And that's one thing I never had to worry about, because big asses run in my family. But just being around people, and sometimes when I was younger, I know when I was really young, I was probably like I would say maybe about 10 or 11, and just being outside or being around, and I would have guys try to talk to me, and you know it was sometimes it was like older people, and I'm just like, what the hell, like this is gross, and it would make me so uncomfortable. um and I'm just like, dude, I'm like a whole 11 years old, are you serious? And I think that's what made me have a little bit of a body image issue too. Just because, like I said, I've always had a butt. So, you know, men and boys would be like, and I'm just like, what a effing pervert. But it made me really uncomfortable. So for a long while, then I would be like, you know what? I don't like having a big butt. It caused too much drama. And then as I started to gain weight, then I would be like, okay, now my butt is big, my boobs are getting bigger. I'm like, man, I'm getting all of this attention. I'm like, I really didn't like it. Like, and I don't want to seem like, oh, she's just bragging about this, because I'm not by any means bragging. I'm just letting you guys know that it was very uncomfortable for me. And so I had a lot of body image for that. And I think I still do, like certain things. I'll be like, when I'm at work, I love the fact that I wear scrubs, because scrubs make you look one size and one shape, everybody. And I like that because sometimes you get people in and they look at you like crazy, and then I'll have wives standing back looking at me in the corner, cutting their eyes, and I'm just like, give me a break. I'm just doing my job. I'm not trying to be here to look good for anybody. I just do me. That's why most of the time I don't wear makeup. And I told my sister-in-law that. She's like, you're crazy. You shouldn't let people stop you from wearing makeup if that's what you love. And I'm like, no, they don't really just stop me. I just don't like that kind of hassle at work. When I'm out and about, then I like to look fly. I still like to look fly to work, but it comes like few and far between that I would wear makeup to work, just because of getting up early too. That's a lot to do with just getting up early. And I'm just like, I just don't really feel like putting on makeup right now, so I don't. Um, but for a good while, then it was just because I didn't like the attention that I would get at work. I'm like, my job. If anybody knows me, then I'm like a work hard type person. When I put my heart into something, I go for it, and I don't stop until I get to where I want to be. And so with my work, I'm like, I have to be successful. That's who I am. That's how I was made up to be successful. So my job is one thing that makes me successful. So that's what I do. I put all into it, and I don't like anything to hinder me from getting to where I want to be. So, in order for me not to have the drama, or, for me not to feel comfortable, I don't really give a damn about, their wives, or the husbands or whatever, because it's women or men. Both of them look at me. So it's not that. It's just that I just didn't want that drama. I'm like, I'm here to help people, and if a person is standoffish, then I can't even help you. So I'm just like, I'll just don't wear it. I don't know. I just don't wear it to work. Um, like I said, because for me, it's just too much of a distraction. And then plus, I'm just like, I'll be looking in the mirror for 2 seconds, make sure my my eyeliner's straight, make sure it's not smudged up under my eyes, that kind of thing. So I just don't even deal with the drama at work. I'm just like, I just get to work, go to work, and do it. Because I've had jobs um, where women didn't like me, and it didn't turn out well for me either. I could say that, just to be honest. I worked at a daycare before, and I like being around babies. Like, I don't want any more babies of my own. God knows I don't need any more. But, just being around babies and stuff, then they're happy. And so it make you happy. And so I would love being around babies. I worked in a daycare, and I had this one mom that, oh my gosh, she hated me from the time she stepped into her baby room. She come in with her boyfriend or baby and stuff, and she would literally just tell my supervisor, I don't want her touching my baby. She would come and be like, oh, my baby have perfume on her, she's wearing too much perfume. And I'm just like, what the hell, like, I don't even have on perfume, so I know you a lie. And then she'll just say like little mean shit, try to do that. And that ended really bad. Like, I ended up getting fired from that job. Not because of, I'm not gonna say, not because I didn't do my job. It was because the lady come in one day and we get into an argument because she's like, "Oh, my baby is dirty. My baby is this," and I flat out told her, "It's because you didn't want me touching your baby. The other lady was gone home already, and so yeah, your baby was wet because for one, I didn't want you coming in tripping with me about your baby, me touching your baby. So yeah, your baby is wet, boo. There you go. You know." And it made me feel bad because I'm not that type of person. You know what I mean? I like to take care. I take care of kids, and I don't like to see any kids being mistreated. And it wasn't that I was mistreated. I was just like, there was nobody. It was nobody else there, you know. And I'm like, did you want me to change your baby? And then she was like, oh well, you should have. No, I shouldn't have. You told me not to touch her. If I can't do anything, I know how to follow directions, you know. And so I was just like, I've had it with that. So I'm like, me, you can pretty much say what you want to me or whatever, but don't make me feel like don't try to make me feel like I'm a bad person. Like, that's just that's just not cool with me. And so I was just like, you know what? Anytime a job stress you out that much to where you have to sit up and think about stuff like that, then that's not the job for you. So that had a lot to do with that. I was really sad about losing that job or leaving that job because I really liked the babies. I came really attached to the babies, but what could I do? She didn't want me touching her damn baby. So that hurt me a whole lot. And then just like I said, just being me. So I had a lot of body issues with dealing with that, because people would just make it even worse. Like, you're already, not comfortable sometimes in your own body, and then people in the world make you 10 times more uncomfortable. And I know you shouldn't let things like that bother you, but it does. And if people tell you that a lot of things don't bother them, then they're lying. Um, it do sometimes bother you. And like I said, with my body image, then I've had, like I said, when I was skinny, I wished I was a little bigger. Now that I'm bigger, I'm like, I want to be skinny. And some days I wake up and I'm a little bit, in between. But now, for the most part, I still have those days, but for the most part, then I'm happy and I'm content with being who I am. Sure, I like to be a little healthier, you like, get better eating habits, because me, I'm like a chocolate soda type person. I'll eat chocolate all day and drink soda all day and never have to eat food, real food. But if I could just change that and make that part of me a little bit more healthier, then I think I will be just fine. Like I've said, I've grown into this body now, and for the most part, then I'm content with it. Like, I don't really care about, oh, somebody got to see my fat rolls. Do I look fat in this? Like, I still ask my husband, do I look fat in this? He be like, no. I'm like, he know, he lying. But I still put it on, I still go. Before, I would probably just stop there and be like, let me change, and I'll change 4 or 5 times before I go out. Now I just pick something up and I put it on and I go, and still I'll see pictures of me and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I look fat, but I really don't think about it anymore after that. I'm like, oh well, it is what it is. It's all of me. So you gotta love it. Because I do. And so, with that being said, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Just a bunch of ramble about just body image, and I want you guys to know that it's okay if you're fat, if you're skinny, if you're in between, light skin, dark skin. It doesn't matter. Don't let anybody make you feel less of a person or make you feel bad, so bad that you don't want to go out. Don't let people dictate how your mood is going to be about your body. Because I've done that before. Like I've said, I've just explained to you certain situations to why I don't do a lot of things. But I've grown out of those things. And I'm just like, if the world don't like me or they can't accept me, to hell with them. I'll be in my own world. Shit, I'd be bad off in my own world too. But my world be fierce, let me tell you. Because it will be number booty shots and makeup all day. No, just playing. But seriously, guys, don't let people dictate your mood and how you feel about yourself. It's okay for you to be bigger. It's okay for you to be smaller. And all I wish for you is to be healthy and is the end of my video. And like I always say, stay beautiful, my beauties. Beauty come in every size and every shape. So if you're round and short, or you tall and thin, you're still beautiful to me, honey. So do you. Bye.